Simon Ekpa has finished the zoo. Onye ọbụla na-ebezi akwa, police na-ebe, soja na-ebe, onye ọbụla na-ebe, politicians na-ebe akwa. I've never laughed this hard before. I know that you guys know me by laughing, But one thing I'm telling you that Simon Ekpa, o mezugo iwu ebe ndị zoo nọ. You see, for so long we have been trying to, not to hurt some people because of the way we do our things around here. But they themselves have failed to understand that the major reason why we have failed to hurt anybody or tell anything is because we understand how the system works. And you know how this system works? It works in a very, very unfavorable manner. And that is why you yourself, you must be very careful in choosing paths, especially when it has to do with the Biafran people. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but since I'm forced to say this, I'll tell you for free that Biafrans has been marginalized for too long. But this one victory, if you say I should not laugh, you are an enemy of progress. Ịma na anyị na-azọ ije a na-azọ ya na-aga kamgbe, ọdụka is not achievable. Nnekwa ya ngwa unu na enwere ebe Simon Ekpa na-aga. I know how many times I've come here to defend Simon Ekpa. Some of you prefer to hear the guns and the bullets of the zoo. You prefer to hear your information from all these zoo newspapers. But you never knew that something was cooking. I made a revelation a few days ago and somebody said, why will you be saying this? That's how you people keep saying. And when we don't say, you say we don't say. I know them. I know them by their names. They will keep trying their best, but it's already too late because even the best they are now trying to perform is no longer working. Because the zoo did not see this coming. If you permit me, I would say that I am going to marry Nanke Bazwa. Maninke weziokwu ogene. Na enwere nyodobe ekwesịrị ime ga-enyere ụmụ Chukwu aka. And Simon Ekpa has made the zoo wailing and they can't stop wailing. Of course, that's what you should expect amongst the zoo. Always wailing and fekukwa. But I can give you much expectation than later that the biggest theories and the biggest marketers is what you see around here. And that's what makes more sense. Everything is getting involved. Everything is pushed the way it should be. That is why I cannot, at all sense, put words together before we say what we want to say. But I must assure you that one of the greatest victory that we have achieved for so many years is this one. Wait for Nka, esi Simon Ekpa mere nka, Simon Ekpa eme nka. This is the very victory we all have achieved. And talk from today to tomorrow, I am not going to leave and support those who intentionally want Biafran existence known and void. I am not going to intentionally watch these same people make a mess of the Biafran race. This is why I will say, permit me to say this. Ọnụ kwuru njọ ka emechaa mekini kwuo mma. Maka na ebe a zọnyere okwu abụrụ ebe ekwesịrị ịzọnye okwu. And we must appreciate Simon Ekpa for this. It is now or never. It is now or never. It is now or never. The Finnish soldiers has now marked 4 barracks owned by the zoo that is occupying Biafran land for strike. For strike, immediate strike. What you people will see in the coming week is going to shock all of you. What all of you will see in the coming week is going to shock all of you. And that is the knowledge you have been seeking. The biggest part of this theory is that in line with what we have faced, in line with what we are doing, is the beginning of wisdom. And everybody must centralize themselves into what is achievable. There's no two ways about it. They have now been able to target several locations that they have warned for so long to depart from Biafran land. If not, they will face the tournament. But they insisted and said that Biafrans do not know what they are saying. There is more open room for everybody who has intentionally refused to accept any kind of failure that has to do with Biafran. You don't know his blessing in disguise. You all don't know that it is called blessing in disguise. And unless each and every one of you understands that, the better for you. We have come to notice one of the biggest games that is played by those who never saw interest in us, but who would want to, at any given opportunity, compete with those who is 10 times ahead of them. And that's where their pain is. We have continued to rely so much on our natural facilities, making sure that we are not the common enemies. Now, chie for go. Onye ọbụla na-ajụzi kedu ife na-eme. Mana mgbe a na-agwa ndị asị ha gịnị na fa zeele onwe fa. Stay away from what belongs to Biafrans. They said no. No ife agbasara Biafra ka fa chọrọ. We said to them no problems. I see fani ihe a unu na-achọ unu ga-afụkwa ya na nke ikpeazụ a. Mana ọ fụcha ya onye agbakwa n'ọsọ. Because whether you like it or not, those who have continued to pray for their own brothers to live so that they can be able to have good life as well are now back to specific theory. And that's where this thing is sweet. Now they have targeted 4 barracks for strike. And it's going to happen in the coming weeks. Biafra must stand. Even the enemies know that Biafra will definitely stand. It's only going to take some time, but at the end of the day, it's going to happen. And the zoo will see it and will say nothing.